Hello everyone, Pastor KP here. Hope everything is all right with you, and I hope you're staying strong in the Lord. We're going through the pandemic still. We're still not in our churches, but we continue to look to God for leadership and direction and know for sure that He's still in control regardless of what is happening around us. We are sharing on this platform a devotional series called the Fear Not devotional series. We're looking at passages of scripture to find encouragement and to find hope as we go through life, as we go through this Christian journey. I encourage you to read the Bible for yourself. The passages that I cite, read them, read the chapters, read the entire narrative. I don't give you the entire narrative in this devotional series. I just give you a piece of the situation or a piece of the story. I'm reading from the ESV version. I'm looking at Genesis chapter 43 today. I'm looking at verse 23. Verse 23 says this. He replied, "Peace to you. Do not be afraid. Your God and the God of your father has put treasure in your sacks for you. I received your money." Then he brought Simeon out to them. This is the story of Joseph and his brothers. Well-known story. Whether it's his favoritism and the fact that, or his father's favoritism towards him, and the fact that he was given a coat of many colors, or the fact that his brothers took him and put him in a pit because that's how much they hated and they despised Joseph. Then they went and told the father that he died. But he didn't die. They sold him into into bondage, into servitude, and Joseph ended up in Egypt as a servant in the house of Potiphar, a high-ranking official. Another popular part of the life of Joseph is his interaction or his working in Potiphar's house, and the fact that Potiphar's wife took a liking to Joseph. So much so, she tried to have sexual relations with him. Joseph resisted her advances. And in doing so, he ended up in prison. While he was in prison, Joseph told dreams, or interpreted dreams, because God was blessing him. God was with him. In doing so, word got to the ears of Pharaoh that Joseph could interpret dreams because Pharaoh had a dream. Joseph ended up interpreting the dream of Pharaoh to talk about the survival of Egypt, pretty much. And Pharaoh was so pleased and impressed in terms of Joseph's ability and his demeanor and everything about Joseph that he exalted Joseph to the highest ranking position in Egypt. He was second only to Pharaoh himself. Fast forward now, Joseph is prosperous. Joseph has experienced the favor of God, the hands of God, and his brothers are now in Egypt. He knew them, but they didn't know him, and he remembered well what they did to him. So Joseph, took them through a series of tests to see if they were the same individuals. They proved to be changed individuals. And up to chapter 43, we have here a test that Joseph had put them through where things were placed in their sacks. And when they went home, they discovered it, and now they returned back to Egypt with their younger brother Benjamin. And Joseph here said to them, "Don't be of peace to you. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Your God and the God of your father has put treasure in your sacks for you." Joseph could have treated his brothers the same way they treated him. He could have put them in prison. He could have killed them if he wanted. But then if Joseph did that, he would not have learned anything. He would not have gained anything by doing that. God had blessed him, and he looked at his blessings. He looked at where he was, and he was able to speak kind words and good things to his brothers, even though they had done some terrible things to him. And I think in terms of, how we relate to people, there's a lesson we should learn here. People will do terrible things to us, but we still have to speak peace to them. You know, we have to show them kindness. We have to be able to look at the goodness of God in our lives, and be able to let people know that you have forgiven them for the wrongs that they have done. Maybe the individuals that we are holding on to in terms of the things that they've done to us, maybe they don't even know what they've done, right? So whether it's a known situation or an unknown situation, this situation here tells us in the life of Joseph that he learned to let go and let God. He could speak peace to his brothers. He could love his brothers. And ultimately, God was using Joseph not just to provide for the people of Egypt, but also to provide for his very family. Just wanted to share this word with you, and I hope you've been blessed. All right? I hope you're able to, you know, if you have some things in your life that you've been holding on to for a very long time, and it has kept you shackled, you know, you're angry, you're frustrated, or some people have done you some things, let go. Just let it go and give it to God. Right? God will continue to bless you. He'll continue to lead you and direct you. And you know, you when you are freed from these mental things, right, we're able to serve God better and be of help to humanity. Genesis chapter 43 and verse 23. Peace to you. Do not be afraid. God has provided, your God and the God of your father has provided the treasure. All right. Continue to stay strong in the Lord, and thank you once again for watching. We'll see you next time. Remember, only what you do for Christ will last.